Hello and welcome to this video. Limelife by Alcone came out with a new product called One Condition. It's for the hair, if you haven't guessed that by now. I'm gonna be honest, when I first saw that they put out a hair product, I was like, but we're a makeup and skincare company, so how great could it be? Come on, you probably thought the same thing. Then I'm like, well, just give it a chance. You just never know. And that's the way I try to approach everything. Just give it a chance, see what you find. I get the product. Oh my God, we had a bathroom moment. I'm so excited! I did a video about this for my VIP group. It was rather candid in the sense that I wouldn't naturally show people beyond my beauty group. I might have to patch that in here because you get to see like my true reaction. And I would say that I was pretty happy. I am really looking forward to this being the answer to this. This is what happens if I don't do a lot of things to my hair. There's no washing and going here, people. Friend or foe? We're gonna need a big goddamn miracle here, folks. I think this qualifies for a freaking miracle. Would you look at this? Smooth and silky and somehow thicker. It's freaking awesome. And then there was actually like part 2 because I was still really happy. So you may as well see a few like highlights from that. It can be like one of those commercials back when I was a little teen. They're very sexual sounding commercials, but I haven't put anything else other than this guy in it. I curled my hair, that's it. I'm blown away. Okay, so you can guess that I really enjoyed my first couple uses of One Condition. You're probably wondering, since this is the first video I've put out publicly, what is it? It is a hybrid hair mask. It's multifunctional. Don't stop there and think we're done at mask. Actually, let's have a look at what Limelife by Alcone actually has to say about their own product. Basically, it is a mask that smooths, it softens, it prevents breakage. It helps to get down to the cause of actual hair breakage. Primary ingredients include biotin, which encourages strong, thick, healthy hair, meadowfoam seed oil, which repairs damaged cuticles, prevents breakage, and split ends. You wonder to yourself, well, how can a mask be a styling aid, a leave-in conditioner, a conditioner, hair protectant, all these things that it claims to be? Like, how can that be? When I went learning about all the ingredients, in which, yes, I did, I looked up every single one of them because I wanted to know after that video, how did it do those things to my hair? Because I've tried a lot of products. And they did not do what this did to my hair. For the love of God, I was like, I need to know. I'm not even kidding. On notes, my friend, we covered all our bases and then I kept going, okay? So I won't bore you with more of that. I just want to show you, like, I'm serious. First and foremost, depending on your hair type, and this is good for all hair types, you will find there is a method that works for you to make it work for you. I hope that made sense. The way that you use the product is going to be customized based on you. You just have to figure out exactly what that is. And my job is to help you figure that out. So if you have curly hair, it will work. If you have straight hair, it will work. Now, when you go into the ingredients themselves, you actually can patch together some wonderful pieces of information that they do not put on the box. Because let's just be honest, you read about 3 things and you're like, okay, I just want to try it. Most people don't care. But if you have something go south in your trial and you don't know a piece of information, you may not actually give it a full try and you may be missing out. And so I really want you to know that there is a way. It comes down to dose. I find in life, everything it comes down to dose. Everything in moderation is an old saying. Water, we need it to live. Too much of it, it kills us. Well, with this product, certain people are going to do best with it as a pre-shampoo conditioning mask. And there's sometimes when that's necessary for more than just one demographic of people. I'm going to talk about that in the future. Some people will find this is great as a conditioner. Some people will find they put a little bit of this into their conditioner and it like pumps it up, makes it a little bit better than it was. Some people are going to find they want to put it on just before they use hot styling tools. And what I found when looking at the ingredient profile is that hot tools actually make this work better. It helps it to actually infuse a little bit deeper into your hair, fill in some gaps. I am not a hairstylist, I want to add. I am just a curious soul who dove deep and patched some things together. So if you happen to be a hairstylist and you have different ways of looking at this, that is totally fine. Most of mine is based on science, studies and the way that scientists who deal with hair products think about it rather than stylists themselves. And then I imparted that along with me as a user who doesn't know a whole lot. What did I feel about that? How do I feel this helps? What do I need to know? And so some of the things in the ingredient profile, you're going to go, because we don't have enough information on these things. It is called silicones. Now, this is where I needed to go, that I really had to jump in, because there's gonna be people that are like, I don't want to use silicones in my hair. I'm like, why are they so bad? When do they become really bad? And so this is when I'm like, I'm gonna find that out. I need to know. Because should I be scared of them? So it turns out that silicones have a place, and not all silicones are created equal. There's ones that are water soluble, ones that are water insoluble. There are some old silicones that have bad names. There are some new hybrid age ones that are not the problem for your hair. Now, with Limelife, they have 2 in there. What do they do for your hair? Well, if you have hair that may or may not be highlighted, some people who need 7 products, or it dies to death every single freaking day, gets greasy, it's flat, it needs to be washed every day. Sometimes it feels itchy, like straw and dry, and other days it's like static all over the place. It's not always shiny. You put shiny stuff in it and now it's greasy. Like, oh my God, some of us go through some real huge problems with our hair products. Silicones, if you have really dry hair, what they do is they give these little shingles along a hair shaft that they're called cuticles, and they close and they open. They close and trap in water and proteins to keep your hair healthy, keep stuff out. But we open it up when we want to change the color of our hair. And that is not the good thing. UV, brushing your hair too much, hot tools. I think there's lots of things that can affect your hair, damage the cuticle. And once the cuticle is damaged, that's when we have things like drying out, split ends, so many problems. Where silicones come into place is they temporarily fill in some of the gaps. So when those shingles kind of like flip up, friction from scrubbing our hair or just using hot tools, they can snap off. Pieces can snap off, it can thin in little spots. And what happens is the silicone can come along and sort of melt in to that gap that is missing a shingle, and it can beef the hair up to be almost like as if it's normal. And it functions smooth. Once we smooth all those cuticles, our hair lays down a little bit more to each other. And so you get lots more movement, you get shine, you get things happening that make your hair look healthy, and volume goes up because suddenly you have these pieces that are now filled in. It also protects your hair because it is forming a film on top, so it's going to protect from the heat elements. It does a lot of great things. Now, this is where we run into trouble with silicones, is for some people, if they don't use a cleansing method at all, well, it's going to stay in your hair. And after a while, it can weigh hair down. And for some people, it actually kind of does the opposite, and it can dry your hair out. Now, that's where most of the myths lie, is that most people think they're just horrible. They build up on your hair. You can't get rid of them. Oh my God, my hair looks like crap. Well, let me just say there's a few myths. I'm gonna just kibosh some of that right now. Some people say silicones don't let your hair breathe. Well, your hair does not breathe. So fix that. Number 2, they say that silicone prevents water from getting into hair, therefore allowing hair to become dehydrated. Okay, so this is where you need to know that yes, it can prevent water from getting in, but it also can prevent water from getting out. So it's not all bad. You just have to understand how it works, how to work with it. So every so often, yes, you would be needing to use a proper shampoo in order to remove it. It doesn't necessarily have to be a clarifying shampoo. It just has to be one with a surfactant in it. Stuff to share on that later. Now, one wash with a silicone-free shampoo. Now that's the important part. One wash with it removes 90% of the silicone residue. 2 washes, it's definitely gone. It's not as big of a problem if you do have a cleansing routine, or once a week you're willing to use a cleansing routine. I'm going to teach a bit more on this, how you wash your hair, what kind of things you use, and how to modify it for your hair type. I fit that in this video, but you'll learn some things. We'll get your hair in shape so that you can enjoy products again, and they can do what they need to do for your hair and make you have the best hair of your life. I just want to add to it that, yeah, some silicones are water insoluble, but so is oil. So if you put oils in your hair, it's not water soluble. But we're not worried about it because we use things to remove the oils from our hair. Everything has its place. Depends how much you use, depends what your routine is, depends what your type of hair is, The amount in Limelife by Alcone's one condition is not going to be something that's going to make or break it in terms of one use and it's just so heavy on your hair. It is not a heavy product at all. You can use quite a bit or you can use just a little bit. The one thing that this is where I'm going to bring it around, which is really cool. They have an ingredient in there called Trideth 12. When you look it up, it is actually a surfactant of its own. It's a type of surfactant that actually helps to prevent buildup of products on the strand. That was really, really cool because that means it's already got something within it that is going to help the product not adhere too much, that you can't get rid of it. And so I did a test in order to find out how effective this really is. Does it actually do that? And so I put some product onto a clear palette, I let it dry, and then I put it under water to see how difficult it was to remove it. As you can see, it came right off. Now that was with just water. I didn't even use any sort of shampoo or cleansers. So having honestly the best hair I've ever had, it is still soft and shiny and highlighted the crap out of my hair. It is about as far from natural as you can possibly get with hair. My hair's been recently highlighted, just a little bit. There has been some damage imparted on it, and it is just happy. It is flexible. When your hair is performing better in the sense that it's got slip and movement and shine, it naturally glides over itself, so it's not gonna be causing extra friction and get knots in it. And then when that happens, that's where hair has a chance to really break off. You don't want friction. You don't want to shampoo your hair and have your hair frizz ball of dryness. You want your shampoos to actually have ingredients in it that help it feel really smooth right away. I will be releasing some more information, little bits, just in bite-sized pieces, hopefully, so that people can follow this. But what you need to know is this product is amazing. I don't care if you have curly hair or straight. There is a place for this in your life. It is the best product I have ever tried, and it's actually made me change the way I take care of my hair because I didn't know my hair could feel so good. Now I want to take care of it. Kind of makes sense, but I've always focused on my skin, my complexion, my makeup. Hair is just an afterthought. I wanted good hair, but honestly, I didn't really give two shits about it until now. Now I'm like, let's kind of take care of it. Let's not try and fry it off my head. With this product, I feel as though I stand a real chance to get my hair back in shape in a way that I've always wanted. Usually I'm just barely making it. We're barely cutting it. We're getting ourselves back on track from highlights just long enough to do it again. Am I gonna stop that process? Probably not. There's still gonna be some coloring and highlighting in my life. I am just human like anyone else. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next videos when we explore a little bit more. But for now, you can look for my link. You can get your hands on this. I will help walk you through how to use it for your hair type. It has been a pleasure to use this product. It is going to save me money because I will not need to use nearly as many products in my hair as I used to have it feel and look good like this. Thank you guys.